What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the God Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we gonna be talking about J-Bo from BMF saying Bleu Davinci told. Let's talk about it. So J-Bo, one of the city's finest, man. Shout out to the Lou, born and raised in St. Louis, man. J-Bo is a legend in the city. You know what I'm saying? A legend. Always gonna be revered as a legend. Kept it solid, did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't salute drug dealing or none of that. But what I always tell y'all about is accept the consequences for the things and the actions that you do. So even though they was selling drugs and even though they was, in the negative side, the streets, even J-Bo would say that, what they were doing was negative. He stood tall and accepted the responsibilities for his actions and didn't tell on nobody, ain't snitch on nobody. He took his time and came home. You know what I'm saying? So that's what men do. You feel what I'm saying? He stood tall like a man. Salute to J-Bo for that. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody know their story. J-Bo second in command to BIGMEECH. I actually learned about BMF early because they used to be all through St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell guys that I used to run with that all the time. Like BMF was all through the city, bro. They used to be all through the city. It wasn't no secret like, oh, who these niggas are. You didn't really just know the ins and outs, but it's just like, oh, okay, these some get money niggas that's running through the city. You feel what I'm saying? So J-Bo definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was second in command under Meech. You feel what I'm saying? But he on Vlad. I guess he did an interview with Vlad. He probably had to get that cleared, with Meech to tell that story. Because J-Bo not no nigga that's really finna just be talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell on his Vlad interview how he not really like, just how he's speaking on certain situations. You feel what I'm saying? Like he ain't really like saying much. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's speaking on situations, but you can tell, like, you see how stand up he is and how loyal he is. Like certain shit he touch on lightly or he don't really touch on, or he be like, nah, I wasn't there for that. He nigga probably was there. He just like, I wasn't there for that. You know what I'm saying? So J-Bo solid. But one of the things that he get to is that Bleu Davinci, rapper in at the time, who had been getting into it with Lil Meech, he was saying that he told, man, he like, is I know he told, you know what I'm saying? Because when we all got jammed, when I went to prison, the unit that I was in, bro, is like they wouldn't even let us see nobody. You feel what I'm saying? They wouldn't let us see nobody because it was a lot of people that was informants, and if you an informant, then they can't see you. You feel what I'm saying? He was saying they won't allow you, they put you in segregation because they don't allow you to see nobody. You feel what I'm saying? That could be telling. So, or that is telling. You feel what I'm saying? Because they feel like it could be witness intimidation. So everybody that was back there with he could see other guys that was on their case. It was but two other guys on their case, and he like, I saw them. We was all back there together, like, you know what I'm saying, like, with each other. You feel what I'm saying? And none of them told. He was like, but he's like, Blue was on the compound. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't see Blue. He was like, that just let me know what was going on. Like, oh shit, like, nigga, you told. You feel what I'm saying? You had to. He's like, cause there's no way you'll be back here with me if you didn't tell. You'll be back here with me. So he basically like, just, yeah, that's it. And they can conceal paperwork, so that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you a federal witness. But he's saying, like, he's like, it's impossible for him not to tell if he was on the compound and I was on the compound and he wasn't back there in the hole, in the non-offender hole with me. He was like, because everybody else that was on my case that didn't tell was back in the non-offender hole with me. He was like, so it's impossible. He's like, I know he snitched. I know he told. You feel what I'm saying? Now, Bleu Davinci been running rampant talking about, oh, how he did this and put this together. And, oh, nigga, I was the, I did this and I did that. And I was the reason that what's the face. And he doing a lot of speaking as if, like, it was his money, or like it was him doing it, or him putting it together. Like, nigga, you was getting sponsored. No disrespect, I'm just speaking on what's real. Like, bro, you was getting, BMF was sponsoring you, bro. You were an artist that Meech and T and J-Bo and niggas like that was putting their money behind, you know what I'm saying, to blow, and you just didn't blow. You feel what I'm saying? But like, stop speaking from this place where it's like, oh yeah, nigga, we was, you know, we giving Jeezy Porsche trucks and we was putting ice on them and we was doing all of this and all of, like, nigga, you didn't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? You might have had something to do with the business side of BMF, the label. And J-Bo, it's well documented, J-Bo didn't even want to do the goddamn music. He like, bro, that shit bringing too much attention to us. We should just keep going this route. But all in all, that actually was smart with the music if they could have pulled it off, because they would have been able to go legit. And I think that was Meech's backup plan. You know what I'm saying? Not backup plan, but I think that was Meech's, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his exit plan. His exit plan was rap, the industry, to legitimize his money and clean up his money. So, yeah, but, you know, that's really all that come down to, you know what I'm saying? And, man, just like I said, man, just shout out to J-Bo, man. He a legend in the city, man. Niggas gonna always respect J-Bo, bro. I'm enjoying these interviews and snippets. I've never heard Vlad be so quiet before in his life. You know what I'm saying? Because he know he got a real nigga in his presence and he just letting them talk. He is not interrupting him. Vlad interrupt everybody. He not interrupting J-Bo. He just letting them talk. I love it. So, man, shout out to J-Bo, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in that camp. The whole BMF, Lil Meech, the series, 50 Cent, everybody, man. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.